Okay, now we're going to learn the first type of question was quite simple, where basically what you do is just cancel off the common factor and then you find what is the simplified version. The second type of question that you must do one additional step, that is you must factorize first before you can simplify it. Let's look at this. X squared plus x divide by x. Okay, the first thing got to know is whenever there is a plus or minus, you cannot cancel. This is wrong. Okay, you cannot cancel. You got to remember, you can only cancel if there is a multiplication between them. So in this case, let me write the question again. So you have x squared plus x divided by x. How do you simplify this? So whenever there's a plus or minus, what you need to do is, in order to simplify, you should factorize first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factorize the numerator. If I bring the x out, I'm left with x plus 1, and in the denominator I cannot factorize, I leave it as x. Now if you notice, now it becomes a times x multiplied by x plus 1 divided by x. Because it's multiplication, then you can cancel, and therefore the final answer is x plus 1. Okay, this is something that you got to think of. You cannot cancel when, for example, x cubed plus xy divided by x. You cannot cancel x like this. It's a wrong method. You should factorize it first. In some cases, coincidentally, you'll get the same answer. But in most cases, you'll get it wrong. Okay, I'm going to give you another question. Let me just change the color. Another type of question is, for example, 15h. So this will be 2a. 15h over 10h square minus 5h. Again, I see a negative, a minus, so you cannot cancel. So you should factorize the denominator. You have 15h. The denominator, you realize I can factorize 5 and h out. I can factorize 5 and h out. I'm left with 2h minus 1. Now then the h and h I can cancel off, is common. Now 15 divided by 5 is actually 3. So the final answer is 3 over 2h minus 1. Okay, because this question is slightly different, I'm going to give you a little bit more example. I'm going to give you another 2 more examples. Let's try another one. 2a squared plus a over 4ab plus b plus 2b. Let me just, again I see a plus and plus on both sides, so I cannot cancel. So immediately when they ask you to simplify, the first thing that comes to your mind should be factorize. In this case, I can factorize both the numerator and the denominator. In the numerator, if I factorize a out, I'm left with 2a plus 1. In the denominator, if I factorize 2b out, I'm left with 2a plus 1. Now, if you notice, 2a plus 1 is common, so this can cancel with this, and I will end up with a over 2b. I'm going to give you one last question before we proceed with the third type. Let's try z square minus 4z over 4z minus 16. If you want, you can pause the video and try this question by yourself. Okay, again, I notice there's a plus minus, so this means I cannot uh, cancel. I need to factorize. On the numerator, I can factorize z out, so I'm left with z minus 4. In the denominator, I can factorize 4 out. I end up with z minus 4 again. And because z minus 1 and z minus 4 is common, I can cancel this. And the final answer is z over 4, or 1 quarter z. I would prefer z over 4. Okay, both are acceptable. Okay, that's the end for this. Go and try the questions.